the channel. My name is Christian, and I'm here to talk about music, mainly heavy metal, rock and roll. If it's got a distorted guitar, I'm usually in. A little bit of punk. And anyways, today's video, I want to talk about the big four. My big four. So, before I get started, I just want to let everyone know I got a couple of honorable mentions. Slayer. I love Slayer. I respect Slayer. But I just don't listen to that much Slayer. I don't know why. Anthrax, same thing. I've started to kind of get into them more later. But still, they're just not the big four for me. And, of course, my other mention is going to be Sepultura, who I love. But they're just not quite there. And then, last but not least, I guess I got one more. The band that I've really been getting into lately, Carcass. Carcass is a band I just started listening to about 5 years ago. And I got to tell you, man, Sepultura, for me, there used to be a line. Sepultura was that line of, you know, singing, yelling, still there. But Carcass, man, they picked that sumbitch up and they carried it forward about a foot. So I'm digging Carcass right now. Anyways, I'm going to start off this tour doing my big four. This is pretty low tech. There's going to be a little bit of glare. The lighting's not the greatest. I'm staring at notes right now that I wrote on a piece of paper with a marker that my wife just stole from me for some reason. Rock and roll. I'm going to leave that in, man. Anyways, I'm going to show you just a little bit around the house. Now, I'm not trying to flex. Just I got some couple of cool things here and there that'll help me discuss my big four. So, without any further ado, we're going to start the tour right now. So, this is my crib down here in Houston, Texas. This is the living room. Anyways, perfect way to start my big four. Bam! Number one, Metallica. I mean, who else could it be? These guys have basically been the foundation for my whole musical existence. First time I heard Whiplash and I was like, what the fuck is that? So, number one, Metallica. I know I should probably have Cliff up there, but Newstead's pretty badass too. Maybe one day I'll get a Cliff. Some kind of poster or something, I don't know. Anyways, number two is no surprise here. There's my favorite guitar. The Dave Mustaine signature Gibson, Megadeth. Megadeth is my number two. I'll tell you what, man. A lot of people might have just, that bus ride back from New York, they would have been in pity party, whining and pissing and moaning, but not Dave Mustaine, man. He's like, I'm going to start my own band, and we're going to be just as good as Metallica, if not even better. Man, Rust in Peace and Master of Puppets, that's a tough call right there, man. That's a death cage match, I'll tell you. Anyways, number two, Megadeth. Moving on to number three. Bam! Doesn't get any better than that. Pantera. I decided I was going to have one album on my wall, and this is the one I decided to go with, man. It don't get much better than Pantera. Rest in peace, brothers. You guys are missed. Back into my technically used to be a dining room, but I turned it into a studio. So this is my little man cave with my toys. Very important, don't lick the walls. Got my Mesa Boogie rectifiers ready to go. Got my PA 5,000 watts. Sorry about all the moving around, but it's loud as hell. And Halloween's coming up, so I'm going to hook up my microphone and I'm going to annoy the fuck out of the neighbors for 3 hours. It's going to be awesome. It's like Christmas. Anyways, I got the guitars up there. That white one, obviously, you know who used to play that. There's some sentimental nostalgia for you right there. Flying V, Les Paul, and of course, my Ferrari, my candy apple red Jackson Super Strat.
I don't know much about Gus G. I know he played with Ozzy, so obviously the guy probably can shred. But I'll tell you what, man, he designed a beautiful guitar, man. I love that guitar. It is just cherry. All right, man, I'm going to wrap up the video. Oh, by the way, there's my Pearl Export drum set. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this thing up here. Just give me 1 second.
All right, man, we are back for number 4. Number 1, 2, and 3 have been pretty standard. I know I threw Pantera in there, but come on. But anyways, my number 4 might be kind of a shock to some of you. But if anybody is a hardcore fan of this band, you might recognize some of my artwork on my arm. This is from their Blood Mountain album, which I really started to dig. And it took a little while because this last band is dense. And of course, I'm talking number 4, Mastodon. I love Mastodon. They're a newer kind of band, well, at least for me. But number 4 definitely is Mastodon. So, before I go, I'm going to do one more quick thing, bonus for this video. I'm going to do the world's shortest rig tour. What you do is, you take one of these guitars, preferably, I don't have one up right now, but maybe a Gibson. I love Gibson. You take a Mesa Boogie rectifier, which I already showed you earlier in the video, and the final piece of the puzzle is one of these. It's called a chord. Guitar, amp, done. That's how you do it. You turn it up, a little bit of gain, not too much gain, and you crank that sumbitch up. Anyways, I want to say thanks if you made it this far. Thanks for watching the video. Leave a comment if you want. What's your big 4, man? What band are you really into right now, man? Let me know. Let me know. Anyways, one last thing. If you leave a comment, try not to be a dick. That's all I'm going to say. Take it easy. We'll see you later. That's it from the fire-breathing motherfucker.